Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. My name is Timmy, the Toy Time King, and today there was a tournament going on in the Smogon tournament server of Pokemon Showdown. Basically, it was the PU Live Suspect Tour for Persimmon, and basically, if you won the tournament, you got Rex to decide for the Persimmon Suspect test, whether you ban or not ban it. And basically, I obviously joined this tournament because I was like, this is a chance of me to show my skills and whatnot. Well, unfortunately, I did lose. It does say here won by Lockjaw, and Lockjaw did win. He's a player. If you guys know him, he's just like a mod on Portuguese chat. But anyways, yeah, Lockjaw won. I actually made it to the semifinals. I lost to Megazard here. You guys can see I made it to round four, and I was like, I was playing sick. I don't even care. I was playing like a beast, and I don't even care. So I want to show you guys the battles that I played in the tournament. Obviously, I have five battles. The first one was just because they kind of flopped how round one works, so I had to do my round one battle again. I was like, oh, I might lose, but I made it to semi-finals, and I'm happy about that. Very, very happy about that. And I don't even care. But anyways, I'm gonna show you the first battle, the one that didn't count, but I'm just gonna show you what happened and whatnot. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. Like obviously, I use my rain team throughout all these battles. You just see my rain team. I just use rain. Like I want to see how far my rain team would actually get me, and they got me pretty damn far. So I'm happy about that. But anyways, we're gonna watch the first battle against Zigaboo Royale, and he had the team. He had Lolan Dugtrio, Lolan Ratke, Agron, Roselia, Weezing, and Mesprit, and I was just like, I'm just doing my normal thing with the rain team, what I usually do, and I win games. So let's just get started with the replays now. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do enjoy, leave a like down below. And yeah, let's get into it. So he starts with Mesper and I start off with Lipard because Lipard is my main rain setter. So I set out a rain dance and Ice Beam from Mesper almost kills me. And obviously he goes out into Aggron and I switch out there because I didn't want any of that. I was on fast for some reason. But yeah, I bring in Ludicolo against the Aggron and he's protecting just to stall out rain turns. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. I go for Surf and it does not a lot of damage to Roselia, but I go for Ice Beam and that does decent damage. He goes for the Synthesis and doesn't recover much because it's raining. But I go for Hydro Pump, doing some damage. And he goes for Sludge Bomb, almost killing my Ludicolo there. And he swaps down to Aggron again. And I go for Ice Beam, not doing a lot of damage on my Ludicolo. Unfortunately, he dies. But anyways, at that point, I bring out Poliwrath. And he goes for the Protect. And I go for Waterfall. And obviously, the Protect, he's trying to stall out Rain yet again. I go for Brick Break. Obviously, he doesn't kill because Brick Break is such a shitty move. But yeah, his Aggron survives, and I go for another Brick Break, and he kills the Aggron. I killed the Aggron. He brings out Mesh Spirit and doubles down to Lone and Raticate, and I go into my own Mesh Spirit. He goes for the normal Z here, and that does a lot of damage to my Mesh Spirit, but I go for Rain Dance. And he goes for Swords Dance here, trying to get greedy against me, but I go for the U-turn, doing solid damage to the Raticate. And here, I just bring out my Poliwrath. He goes for a quick attack, and that does solid damage, but, I just kill it with Brick Break 4 times a week. He goes for Weezing, and I go for Waterfall. That's a 4-hit KO, and I'm just like, that's doing a lot of damage, not going to lie. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp and shuts down my Poliwrath pretty badly there. So it's a shame. I go on to my Gorobis because I know Weezing is not the best, especially defensive. I'm like, that does a lot of damage considering it's a Weezing. So I'm just like, what were the EVs? And he brings out his Roselia there. Don't worry, bro, he's Roselia, but yeah, it's there. He brings out his Alone Dog Trio. I one-shot that as well. And at this point, I'm just downing his team members pretty quickly. And I down his Weezing as well. And that thing's dead. And my Gorbis goes down. But I still have, like, Kabutops in the back. And he has his own Mesprit there. He outspeeds me and kills me there. Crit definitely mattered. But I bring in Kabutops. I go for the Rocky MZ because I knew this thing might be a defensive Mesprit, so I go for that. And he lives at 2% health. He goes for Side Shock, doesn't almost kills me, but I go for Aqua Jet there to finish him off. And that was the first game done, but obviously didn't count. So I'm gonna show you the one that actually did count, and it was against Robert Afons. He's a voice in the PU chat, but this guy plays PU, so I know he might have been a pretty hard guy. But I did win the game, so yeah, we're gonna start off. I'm using my rain team yeah again, and he did have a pretty threatening team of Magmortar Pyro. Well, his team was pretty weak to water, so I was just like a few of his mons were weak to water, like Magmortar, Pyro, Aggron, and Palossand. Basically, apart from Lurantis and Swanna, the rest of his team were really weak to water, and I was like, let me abuse that. So yeah, he brings out Lurantis and I bring out my Lipard, obviously. Always setting up the Rain Dance first turn. And he goes for Superpower, which kills me pretty easily. And Lurantis was pretty much a threat if I didn't take care of it now. So I go for Ice Beam, 2-hit KO, solid 2-hit KO on Lurantis. And he goes for Superpower again, which almost kills my Ludicolo, but doesn't. He swaps out to Aggron. A lot of Aggrons this tournament for some reason. But anyways, he swaps out to Lurantis again. And I go for Surf, which almost kills it. And at this point, I know he might just keep switching out, but I went for Surf and my Ludicolo goes down with the Lurantis. But anyways, I bring out Gorobis and he brings out Swanna. And he goes for a Hurricane, which is a solid 2-hit KO. But I go for a Hydro Pump and that kills, and I'm really surprised about that. Gorobis just one-shot Swanna and Rain. But I go for Hydro Pump again against his Palossand and it goes down as well. He brings out his Magmortar and that goes down as well. I'm just downing all of these mons with my Hyper Offense team. It's just very fun. And obviously now my Rain's gone and he outspeeds me and goes for a Hyper Voice. Now at this point I bring out Mesprit because I know this thing can't kill me at all. And I'm like, what set is this? Because it's not locked in. So I was like, and he goes for Sunny Day. And this guy's like, oh, I might lose this because he goes for Sunny Day. And he goes for Fire Z and that obviously just killed me. Like there's no chance of me surviving that. But I go Caboose Ops. He goes for Solar Beam and that one shots me. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to lose this game now. But I bring in Poliwrath, and Poliwrath doesn't get one shot. Poliwrath survived, and I'm just like, thank the Lord. And I'm just like, Citrus Berry activates. And I'm like, oh, Aggron might kill me now. But I go for Brick Break, almost kill it, but Brick Break is shit. And he misses Head Smash, which actually would have killed me if he was banded. But I won the game because he missed Head Smash. So I think I got pretty lucky there first game. But moving on to round two, I'm facing, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so sorry, Jipran or whatever his name is. But anyways, I'm using my Rain team again, and another Lunar Eradicate that I was facing, Mishana, Metang, Primeape, Electros, and Altaria. And I was like, this guy has a pretty solid team. So gonna start off the replay. And this thing's gonna get a bit repetitive, but I'm starting off with Lipid, and he starts off with the Metang. I go for Rain Dance, and he starts off Rocks against me. Obviously, he was expecting the encore, so I went for it, and it didn't. Well, I swap out there and go into Mesprit, and he goes for the U-turn, doing some decent damage, and he brings out Raticate. Double Edge doesn't kill me, which is pretty calm. I go for U-turn, solid damage to the Raticate, and I bring in Ludicolo because I'm like, this thing will just one-shot through everything. I go for Surf, and that's a solid 4-hit KO, but I have Ice Beam, which one-shots Altaria, and I go for Ice Beam, but he swaps out into his Assault Vest Electros. Now here I go for Hydro Pump and it just gets one shot. Obviously, it just gets killed. He brings out his Mashana, and I miss Hydro Pump unfortunately. And he goes for Moonlight, thinking he was gonna tank that. But obviously, I go for Giga Drain, trying to get my health back. And he goes for Dazzling Gleam, does some decent damage. Go for Giga Drain again, just trying to heal back. And he goes for Moonlight, and I was like, at this point, he's just going to try and stall me out. So I swap her into Lipard to try and get up Rain Dance again. And he goes for Calm Mind, this guy. He goes for Calm Mind. So I go for Rain Dance, and he one-shots me with Dazzling Gleam at +1. And I bring in Kabutops. And I'm like, Kabutops is going to get work done. So I go for Swords Dance, and he goes for Side Shock. Doing a lot of good damage. Obviously, I go for Rockium Z here. Altaria does not survive this in the slightest. And its health bar. That crit definitely mattered. Definitely. Kabutops. But I go for Aqua Jet here, and Raticate dies. He goes Metang. I go for Waterfall, and Metang survives, which is pretty tanky. So I was like, that's probably max defense. Every light. So I was like, oh, that's very tanky. I go for Surf, and Metang is finished off there. Now he brings in the Mashana, and I go for Hydro Pump, and Mashana gets killed as well. So if like the first Hydro Pump missed, it would have probably died. And then I go for Surf and kill the Primate there. So pretty good game there. Now we're moving on to the third round where I'm facing Frania, and again I'm using my Rain team, and he brings a pretty good PU team, using a lot of good mons on his team, including the Persimmon, which is getting suspect tested at the moment, Mesprit, Spiritomb, and Skuntank. Two S rank mons, one that's getting suspect tested, and a very solid A+1 in Ferroseed. So I'm pretty scared, and I'm like, I'm a bit nervous about this game. But yeah, he brings out Skuntank and I bring out Lipard. I go for Rain Dance and he goes for Crunch, which doesn't do much. I go for Encore, forgetting about the prankster nurse in Gen 7, and obviously he just gets a free turn there. I go for Knockoff to get rid of his Black Sludge, and my Lipard. He goes for the Pursuit thing I'll swap out, but obviously I swapped out there, and Pursuit kills my Lipard there, which is unfortunate. I go in Ludicolo and he swaps out to Ferroseed. Ferroseed just stopped a lot of my teams, so I need to be careful this game. But anyways, I swap out to Poliwrath because the fighting type, and he knocks off my Citrus Berry, unfortunately. But he swaps out into Altaria, and I go into Belly Drum up there, and I get max attack here. And he brings in Skuntank, so I go for Waterfall, obviously killing Skuntank, and Aftermath does a bit of damage there. And unfortunately, the rain stops, but I do outspeed the Mess Spirit, but I don't have enough damage to kill it, unfortunately, so I knew that was like probably max defense. And I bring out my own Mess Spirit, and he goes for Rocks, but I go for Rain Dance this turn, and he U-turns out of there real quick. He goes Spiritomb, and obviously I U-turn out there as well. And I go in Ludicolo, and I'm just like, okay, work done, it's time. Well, he goes in Ferroseed, and I go for Hydro Pump, and does decent damage to Ferroseed, not gonna lie. And I go for another Hydro Pump, and they had enough damage to kill Ferroseed, which is pretty solid. And now here, I was waiting for him to come back, but he must have been AFK or something, so I beat him by inactivity. So, I wanted the game to go on for a bit longer to see how well I would have done, but the game was done and he was AFK, so it was a shame. Now we're going into the semi-finals of the tournament where I'm facing Megazard, and obviously I see an Aurorus, and I start to get scared because Aurorus just basically beats my entire team, especially because my rain will be overridden by the hail that Aurorus has in snow warning. So, very interesting game. Obviously lost this, but I put up a good fight, not going to lie to myself. Thought I was going to get absolutely dumpster trucked, but it was a pretty close game, not going to lie. Well, he brings out Clefairy, and I bring out my Lipard, doing my same strategy, bringing out the Rain Dance. Obviously, I go for the Encore. No, I didn't actually go for Encore that time. I went for Knockoff because I knew from last game or 2 games ago that, what do you call it, that he's going to swap out against the Encore. But I get rid of the Hitmonchan's Assault Vest, and I go for a U-turn to get out of there. And I go into Poliwrath. He goes for Drain Punch. Does solid damage, but doesn't bring me down below 50. Go for Waterfall, and Hitmonchan is dead. And he dies quite quickly. Now I see the bane of my existence, Aurorus. And I see that it's Scarfed Aurora. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get beat bad. But anyways, he one-shots my Poliwrath with Freeze Dry, and he swaps out into a Ferroseed, and then go for Rain Dance. I U-turn out of there against a Ferroseed. Again, facing a Ferroseed, which is really problematic for me. And he goes for Spikes. I go for Hydro Pump, and that does decent damage. And he goes for Leech Seed there, obviously draining my health. And I go for Ice Beam, critting him as well, and I'm getting a Freeze Hacks as well. Just my luck. But he falls out on the first turn, which is, I was hoping he wouldn't fall out on the first turn, but goes for 2 layers of spikes. He protects that turn, which he's just trying to get back some health, and Gorbis is getting drained quite easily now. And he goes for another layer of spikes. Now I knew he was gonna go for the protect again, so I bring out Ludicolo, anticipating the protect, and he does go for the protect, Megazard. And I go for Ice Beam, and it doesn't kill, unfortunately. And he goes for Gyro Ball, doing solid damage, just because I'm a bit quick. Now I go for Giga Drain there to recover 0 health, but lose at the same time. No rain is up, so he goes for a fake out, and I'm dead there, fortunately. So I bring in Mesprit, taking damage from rocks, but not from spikes. And he goes for normal Z, and I survived that, which I'm really happy about. So I get another rain dance up. And he goes for double edge. And they're even shocked that I survived. So all I have left is my Kabutops. And I go for Rockium Z. And I get a high roll. I had to do damage counts to see how much damage I did. And I had enough damage to kill the Kangaskhan. But obviously here, he's Aurora's the bin of my existence this game. Just stopped me in my tracks. And Gorbis, I obviously had to bring in Gorbis, and I died there. And Lipard is here now. And he goes into Spiritomb. I go for the Rain Dance. And I go for knockoff against the Spiritomb, and I knock off the Aguav Berry. And he Will-O-Wisp me. So, Lipard isn't doing as much damage as it could. And I forget Pranks the Nurse in Gen 7. So I gave him another free turn where I could have done with damage. But yeah, always forget about the Pranks the Nurse for some reason. And then I have my Lipard, and I go for knockoff again. And he goes for Pursuit, and my Lipard's dead. So all I had left was my Kabutops. And I was like, no way I'm winning this at all. But I kill Spiritomb with Aqua Jet. And he obviously brings in his Aurorus and Snow Warning. I go for Aqua Jet, hoping I'll get a crit or something, but I don't do enough damage and I lose the game there. So it was a good game. Went down to 2-0 despite the fact that I was at a huge disadvantage. But, I gave it my all. And, I was expecting to get into the semi-finals, not going to lie. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are interested in more content. I will be uploading the P Suspect test matches earlier tomorrow or something. I'll upload this video, then maybe upload tomorrow later as well. What else was I gonna say? I have been playing off camera as well, so I'm trying to get those Rex off camera as well. Very hard, very very hard. I'm 9-0 on my Toy Time King account, but I don't ladder that much. Have like a strategy of playing like a few games a day, because if you play for too long, you'll eventually face the good players. And I want to face low ladder trash, so I slowly get my 80% GXE in many numerous games. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Link to my Twitter is down below, always down in the description, just so you guys can follow me on Twitter. But anyways, guys, thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.